I am just pulling up my chat right now. I apologize if you got like a notification a little bit ago. I set up the live wrong. So I accidentally set it up the orientation wrong. And so I had to quickly fix it. But welcome in. We are doing July book journaling today. And I'm just getting up the comment section. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, so let's go into the stickers that I'm going to be using today. We have the reading stats and the reading favorites, the reading icons, 2 pages of the deco, because that's what I always get, the journaling kit, the washi strips. I got the book review and the audiobook. Hello, welcome in, guys. Welcome. Sorry if you got like 2 notifications. I set the orientation wrong on the live and I had to quickly fix it. And then I also have the measure, which is the second book club book pick. I don't have Dungeon Crawler Carl because I actually read it in July, so I'll show you guys that spread so you guys can see it. That's how that one turned out. I'm so excited to be talking about this book today because I loved this book so much. And I realized I did not print out my June dashboard. While I was waiting for this, I totally forgot. So I apologize. So we're going to jump right into my July reads. And I have to say, I have not done a good job this month reading. I only have read 1, 2, 3, 4 books. I'm on my 5th one. I know I'll be finishing that one, but I did not read very much this month, and that sucks because I really wanted to. Okay, so I'm just going to be using these 4 colors in my Hoo-Hoo markers to fill in my July read section. So how is everybody doing? Let me know how many books you read this month. I'm so curious to know. Let me know if you had a good reading month. Mine was very mid. I feel like most of the books, except for one book that I read, was all like, it was fine. Nothing really stood out, nothing amazing. I had a lot of 3 stars. But yeah, I read a lot of romances, a lot of summer books, which is very unusual for me, but it was kind of a nice change of pace. Those are really, really nice books to read while I'm working because I can just like turn my brain off. You know, you don't have to think too much. Like when I read a lot of fantasy, sometimes I have to pause a lot because I have to think about what they're talking about, or like I have to pay attention. And these romance books are just very easy to listen to, so I don't have to do that as much. Okay, the Dungeon Crawler Carl books are huge. They are taking you all to get through. I am honestly on the 2nd book. I didn't finish it. I really wanted to finish the 2nd book for this book club so that I could talk a little bit more about it. But I honestly, I'm 10% in. Like I said, had a terrible reading month. I have not been spending the time reading at all. I love that you read too many books. That's amazing. And that's okay if you didn't get to it. We won't spoil anything for you. And because it's like the first book in a big series, we won't like do too much spoiling, but I will talk about different things and I'm excited to see what people think. That's okay. Do you know what? I didn't read The Measure yet. I have been waiting for my hold for forever, and it still says 2 weeks at this moment. So the only book I'm going to be able to talk about is Dungeon Crawler Carl, and luckily I have so much to say, so I think we're going to fill a lot of time with it. But I didn't get to read The Measure, so I'm glad you guys are all in the same boat as me because I was coming in here feeling really bad. All right, so I'm going to put 5 in here because I know I'm going to finish this audiobook. I'm 40% done. I'm going to crank that thing out tomorrow for sure. So I'm going to put 5 in. Remind me, I'm going to show you I finished my book journal. I'm all caught up in it. So I'm so excited. I feel like I always forget to do all like the writing stuff, and I'm finally caught up. So very excited. Well, maybe us talking about Dungeon Crawler Carl is going to get you guys excited about wanting to read it, and maybe you'll like be more excited to pick it up. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Alex. We need to prioritize Dungeon Crawler Carl. It is fantastic. I feel like the next month's books, I'm definitely going to have to read one of them because I just looked at the hold weight on Libby just before coming on here, and it was like several months wait for the main August book, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to definitely have to read that one, so I should start reading it like ASAP. Okay, let's see what I read this month. I read 4 books so far. The first one is Release Me. It is the second book in the second series of the Shatter Me series. So it's like the New Republic series. So that's the second book there. The next book that I read was Happy Place by Emily Henry. And then I read People We Meet on Vacation and Say You'll Remember Me. Very summer romance heavy this month, I tell ya. Oh, we'll talk about it. Don't worry, Alex. We'll talk about it for sure. I have a whole bunch of questions pulled up that we can chat about. Okay, so I think, Cassandra, that the audiobook is only on Audible because I think they have the exclusive rights to it. So I don't think that you can get it from like your library for audiobook. You would have to use it on Audible because I think it's Audible exclusive one, if I saw that correctly. It's very good. It is so funny and so different. I just really, really appreciate it. Okay. We are putting in some deco here just to fill up this space. Loving it. I love the ice cream vibe. Let's do like that. And then let's color them in. Okay, so let's chat about Dungeon Crawler Carl. So I'm going to give you a brief synopsis of the book. So this is a book where Carl is a guy who is standing outside because he's trying to get his cat, Princess Donut, who's actually his girlfriend's cat, actually. And he's trying to get her to come inside because she is up in a tree. And all of a sudden, while this is happening, the world just like disappears. Just like everything just like vanishes. And then they like hear this guy over, like not even through a speaker, like almost like in their brains. They can hear it. And he's explaining that they have taken over their world and they have a certain amount of time to either choose to stay up on top of the earth, but all of the resources and everything like that are completely gone in the earth. So your chance of survival are very little. or you can enter the game. So it's like the dungeon game. So basically you go down these big steps and you are a part of this like virtual reality like game. So I think they only let in a certain number of people, but it's only the people that were outside. So if you were indoors or in a building, you were just gone. You just gone. So because he was outside with his cat, him and his cat, they go down the stairs and they join these games. As they discover in the games that the whole thing is not just a game where there's like monsters they have to battle, there's like loot boxes, and there's like quirky little sayings about achievements and stuff like that. There's all these like baddies that they have to fight and everything like that. But not only that, this game is televised and is like a reality show for another species, and they want to subscribe to you and to follow you. And if you have a lot of like followers and likes and stuff, then you will get corporations that can sponsor you and give you loot. I feel like that's very similar to like the Hunger Games, but it's not individual people giving their support and stuff like that. It's more like the corporations are giving it to you. And so you want to be kind of flashy to like get the attention of these viewers and stuff like that. And you want to like stand out. And so they watch you. And so there is a huge like morality clause because you are competing with other humans to get down to the different levels. So you start at level 1 and you are fighting these bad guys, and then after a certain amount of time, level 2 will open up, and then you have X amount of time to get to that, and you have to find the stairs because it's a really big map, and you're getting all these quests and everything. And then so you're trying to survive, but you also only are allowed a certain amount of people to enter each level. And so they have like this counter of how many people are left in the games. And it's kind of like surreal to see like how many people are dying because you're trying to survive, but you also have to remember that there's a lot of people out there that are also trying to survive. But it's also like these other species that are watching are entertained by the fact that people are dying, that people are fighting, that people are battling and stuff like that. And it's crazy. And it's very much like Dungeons and Dragons, where you can like pick your class. You have different skill sets. So like you can level up your punching skill, or you can level up your different types of skills. So if you're into Dungeons and Dragons, it's 100% up your alley because it's a lot of that kind of stuff. I love all that kind of stuff. Very, very nerdy person I am, and I love it. And I think it's going to be so good as the series continues because there's going to be so many more morality things involved in the games because there are like big corporations that want to see things done, and there's a lot of like hints to things like, oh, that's very different this year than it has been in previous years, and there's only been like a few people that have ever reached certain levels and stuff like that. He also has so Princess Donut goes along with him in this dungeon games, and originally she is just a cat. But as she goes in there, she has the ability to speak, and she's like a whole extra character. She is absolutely hilarious. I really, really like her. She's so funny and sassy, and she's just such a great comical character where like Carl is a very more like serious guy and stuff like that. And I think, okay, I read somewhere that his age is like in his low 20s, and in my head, he is late 30s, early 40s. That's how I see him in my head. That's just kind of his personality. I'm curious to know if you guys agree with that. But he's very like not, I don't think military background. Hello, welcome, welcome, Sabrina. Hi. We're chatting about Dungeon Crawler Carl, which is the book club book for this month. And I'm just filling in my July reads. So it's very, it's going to be interesting as the series goes on, because I think it's going to get more serious. Like, I feel like the first book is very goofy and silly, which I loved. But I think it's going to get a lot more serious as it goes on. And because Princess Donut is the fabulous, fantastic person she is, she gets a lot of attention, and like almost like talk show hosts are like coming after her to like use her to like be on their show so that they can get more popularity because they're already so popular. And it's just kind of funny because it's a cat. Okay, let's go to our stats. This is where I always struggle. So what do you think, Alex? Do I have anything to add to my little synopsis of the book? I know you love this series. Okay, favorite book and added to TBR. Favorite book added to TBR. I have like a list of questions that I wrote down to like see what your guys' thoughts are on it. Okay, so one of them is, what is the first impression of Carl and how did it change over the book? And I think my original thing of Carl was that he was just going to be a very like whatever, like not as soft-hearted, I think, or not more into the morality of it. I thought he was just going to be kind of like frat kind of boyish, but he didn't turn out that way at all. Books read, physical books, audiobooks, pages read, time listened. He definitely has a very soft heart, but he also is extremely smart, and he's very like savvy when it comes to reading people, and he builds like really cool stuff. A lot of like bombs and stuff like that. It's really cool. Okay. And then we'll go to most read genre. Where's that? Right here. Series completed, DNF books, and 5-star reads. Okay. Okay, we got, I always forget how I lay this out, and so I always have to look every single time. Series completed, DNF books. I had a DNF book actually this month as well. I DNF'd the book Brigands and Bread Knives. It is the second or the next book in the Legends and Lattes book, and I listened to 2 chapters of it, and I was like, no, I am so uninterested in this. And I really liked this other one, so that was surprising to me because I really, really liked Legends and Lattes. Okay, longest book, shortest book, and average rating. Oops. Let's see, what's my next question? Okay, so my next question is, if you woke up in Carl's situation, would you go to the dungeon or would you not? So even if you haven't read the book, I'm curious to know your thoughts on this, because remember that the world is like all stripped of its resources. So there isn't like any, basically have to restart. But then the dungeon, like the dungeons itself would be very like tough, and you have to like battle and all those things. What would you do? Anticipated reads. If you started the series and you DNF one of the books, do you continue the series? I do not. If I feel like I am done the series, then I don't. If it is like an interconnected series, like sometimes romance books, they'll have interconnected ones, then I might. But definitely not for like fantasy and stuff, because clearly you need to read them to keep the story going. But I would not keep going with that one. Have you picked the August book yet? Yes, we have. So we always do it in 3-month spans. So we have August and September's now are picked already. So our main book for August is Our Perfect Storm, which is the Carly Fortune book that came out this year. And I'm so excited to read this one. I loved One Golden Summer, which is the book club book we read last year. Loved it so much. So highly recommend that one. But this one is Our Perfect Storm. She is a Canadian author and she always writes in the settings of Canada. And so very excited about that one. If you want to read the optional second one, the reason why we have 2 this year is because we had the advent calendar that had book club books in it. And so this year we have an optional second one. The optional second one is Lessons in Chemistry, and another book that I am excited to read. And yeah, that's the second book. Yeah, I'm excited to read both of them. I think they are going to be so good, and so excited for those ones. I really liked Carly Fortune's writing in the last one, so I'm very excited to read it. So I think if this situation happened and I had to decide, I think I would go down in the dungeons, because I feel like I would be lonely up at the top with no people, and I would want to try and survive with other people. And either way, I'm probably a goner, so I'd probably just try my hardest to get as far as I can, I guess. You just got the audiobook? That's amazing. I'm so jealous. I just put a hold on right before the live, and it said several months wait. So it's going to be a long time for me. So I'm probably going to physically have to read this book, which I don't often do. So I'll have to get cracking on it. Okay, so this is my July stats page and my July reads page. This one here is going to be for the book that I'm almost done. It is Beach Read. Honestly, not loving it right now. Oh, I need to fill in I'll fill these in when I'm done. Okay, let's get into the books. The September book is... let me look. I will find out for you. It is The Secret... Secret something. The Story Keeper. Sorry, not The Secret. The Story Keeper is the main book. And then the optional second one is Where'd You Go, Bernadette? And that is like a mystery book. So those are the 2 books for September. And then October, November, and December are going to be coming out with our book journaling kits and our dashboards and everything like that in our first August release. So not this week, but next week, Friday. So I'm going to pick those ones, and then those will be released. Oh, no worries, Alex. Welcome back. I was just posing the question, if the, how did I word it? If you woke up in Carl's situation, would you go into the dungeon? Why or why not? No, I haven't chose the books for October, November, December yet. I do have them in my head. I just haven't announced them yet. They are coming out with the book journaling kits and the dashboards next week, Friday. They'll all be released, and that's just in time for the CPC sale. And I do have an K.A. Riley book in that list as a little hint. For sure, I do. So I'm very excited about that. Oh, not that. You would definitely go into the dungeon. Because you're a what? A sheeple? Does that mean like you like people? Like I was saying? I'm so excited. Sabrina, that's awesome. Yes, dive right in and join us. It is a super chill. Even if you don't even read the book, just come over here, chat about books, tell me what you're listening to. I want to hear it all. And we can just journal together and talk about books. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to use our book club kits. I do the audio and the book ones based on how I read them. And then I print pictures that kind of remind me about the book to kind of fill in the rest of the page. So this is Release Me. This is the second book in the second series for the Shatter Me series. It is a dystopian fiction book, and it is all based on like these people have special powers, and they are fighting like a rebellion. It's a very dystopian type world. I loved the first book in the second series, which I forget what it was called. This second book was so boring and slow. It felt like it didn't move at all. Like nothing happened. Like I swear, I could tell you they went to the Waffle House and then there was like a big battle at the end. That was it. Like they moved from one place to the other and took the whole book. Like they didn't even move. It drove me nuts. Like, get going. So I put like case files and confidential, and this is like a security dystopian type jail. We have the Waffle House, we have the bottle of vial, and then we have the security camera because it's like a big thing for them. I'm not going to fill this in because my camera shakes way too much on this table. So I'm going to fill this in off camera. Otherwise, we're just going to be shaking like crazy. Let's put a little bit of washi strips in here too. And maybe some right here. There we go. Like a sheep person, you follow the crowd. That's what I was saying too. I said I would go down because I need people to help me to survive, and I also think I would be a goner anyways, right? So I might as well at least try to do the dungeons because I know I couldn't like survive at the top. For sure not. Okay. What else? Yeah, you're so welcome. Okay, which dungeon rule or achievement made you laugh the hardest? There was one like, sometimes he gets an achievement and it's like, the achievement is just the fact that you are alive. Like, that's your achievement. That's your reward. And I always think those ones are so funny because you expect a reward and the game is just like, no, you just being alive is your reward. Oh, I should say that Release Me, I gave it 3 stars. And then the next book I read was Happy Place. Now, this is a romance book. My chair is squeaking. Sorry, I keep like looking like, what is that? And it is about like friends getting together, and they always go to the one girl's parents' lake house, and they always spend their time there. It's her happy place, and her boyfriend are currently split up, but they haven't told their big friend group yet, and they all get invited to stay for the weekend, and it's kind of like their situation that they have to act like they are still together. Is that all that I have for this one? I guess so. I have a lot of feelings about this one. You Monster. I like that one too. Yeah, you're right. That's a good one. I thought the ending of this book was absolutely terrible. I couldn't stop like ranting about it the other day. My poor husband was like, okay, so you didn't like it. I liked the main part of the story. I just hated the ending. Has anybody read this book? It is not for me. I thought it was fine, except for the ending. Hello and welcome. So Happy Place, I gave 3 stars. I liked the romance between the two in this book, which I don't always love that part of it, so I thought that was pretty good, but I really liked their connection. Like, I felt like they were really connected. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to spoil the ending if I give it away, but the ending just did not like it. I feel like women should be empowered, and I felt like they really did a disservice to women in that book. The next book is People We Meet on Vacation, and I actually read this one. I actually read it. So let's go up here. This one I loved. Loved this book. It was so good. And once I like really got into it, I could not put it down. I read it when we were on our camping trip, and our camping trip, it was insanely hot out. Like, insane. And this book, they talk a lot about how like their hotel room is just like sweltering and they're just so hot. And I said to my husband, it was like immersion reading because it was just so hot outside. It was hilarious. Okay, and then the things that I have for that one are, I have this great big beach one. This one is about a girl who has a travel blog, and then she becomes like a travel writer in a magazine. And her best friend, they go on all these vacations together. And it is a very, very cute love story. I tried to watch the movie. Has anybody watched the movie or read this book? I tried to watch the movie, and they changed so much. I could only watch 10 minutes, and I turned it off because I was like, no, they didn't do that. No, that's not right. No. And so I was getting very frustrated. So I had to turn it off. Because the book was so good. And then they wrecked it. You didn't finish it. Did you just not like it? Not your thing? I loved it. Thought it was so good. This book I actually found at our used bookstore in town. So I gave this one 5 stars. Let's see, while I'm writing this, I can read another question. Okay, so which class or race do you think you would choose when you entered the dungeon? They do a lot of that stuff in the second book. I'm just starting the second book. But it talks a lot about like dungeons or D&D type classes and stuff like that. And I'm curious if you have a class that you would choose, Alex. I don't know. I think I would choose human. Okay. So cute. And then our last book is Say You'll Remember Me, which I just finished today. Primal. Is that what he chooses in the second book too? I've only read 10%, so I'm not 100% sure. Books are so much better than movies. It's so true. And then I think that the fact that bugged me is that they changed things that didn't need to be changed. Like they changed little parts of their love story that like just didn't need to get changed. I don't know why they would change them. Okay. So Say You'll Remember Me, I liked. It was just like, it was good, you know? That kind of thing. So I gave it 4 stars. I think this is my first Abby Jimenez book too that I have read. And I think this one is like an interconnected series as well. And this is about a vet, and he falls in love with a girl who is moving to California. So he's from Minnesota and she's moving to California. And it's their story about how they're trying to always be together and to fly together and to try to do this long distance thing when they really don't want to. They want to just be together, but they both have obligations at where they live that they cannot move. So it was good. I liked the ending. Thought it was really good. Oh, what's this from? Oh yeah, this is the escape room. It's like, that is weird. Seashell necklace. Yeah, I think this one is a cute book. Okay, you liked Lord of the Rings movies better than the books. Oh, and the Odyssey. Okay, that's good to know. Has anybody read and have both read and seen, what's the space one? You're probably yelling at your screen. I'm terrible with names. What's the space movie that just came out with Ryan Reynolds? Not Ryan Reynolds. Oh, see, I told you I'm bad at names. It's Hail Mary. Yes, Project Hail Mary. And it's not right. Sorry, I'm so bad with names. I apologize. Yes, Project Hail Mary. Thank you guys so much. Has anybody read the book and watched the movie Do I need to read the book before I see the movie, or can I just watch the movie? Like, let me know, because I'm so curious about that movie and I would love to try it out. But it's Ryan Gosling. That's his name. But it's like a big book, right? So I'm like a little bit intimidated by it. And it's a little bit more science fiction than I'm used to. So I'm not 100% sure if it's good or not. Book and movie is on your TBR. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I'm curious, like, if it's something I should tackle. Okay, so we are done now for these pages here. I'm going to flip to the beginning and we're going to start filling in all of my stats. So I start with my bookshelf and I'm going to write my books on here. Okay, so we have Release Me. I'm sorry if I shake it too much. Happy Place, I'll put on this little one. People We Meet on Vacation. And Say You'll Remember Me. You're curious too. Your coworkers keep telling you to do both. Okay. Yes, Ryan Gosling. I'm so bad at names. Yeah, I'm so curious, because if you've read it and you're like, yeah, it's a good read, I would recommend, or are you saying like, oh, it's a hard one to tackle? Like, I'm very curious. Okay, we're gonna put these books up here. Oh. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so our bookshelf is done. Then let's go. Honestly, I've kind of just abandoned these. I wish I kept up with these every day, but I'm just so bad at like entering what I do every day. Okay, we can fill in 4 more books. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna do, let me grab those markers. So we do purple. I also want to be a habit tracker girl, and I'm not. I honestly wish I was too. I always have such good intentions at the beginning of the year. It's like even my goal, like stay on top of my journal. Like it's one of my goals this year. And I am just so bad at it. I'm so bad at the everyday steps. I should just add it into I use like an app, it's called Routinery, and it really helps with my routine. I should just add it into there so that I stay on top of it. Okay, let me see what other question I have while I'm coloring. Okay, how do you think the book handles entertainment and reality? What does the story say about entertainment and reality television? Because it is a book about people watching for entertainment value. What's after? Green. This. Oh, I did the wrong one. It was supposed to be gold, pink. Oh well. It's too late now. How do you think about the whole thing, what does it say about reality television? In my opinion, it just goes to show that, like, 'cause I love reality television and I love like trash TV, and it just goes to show that it's like not a thing that we should, that we like, not that we should or whatever, but it just goes to show like there are real people on the other end, that we are using their lives as entertainment and treating them as characters and not as real people, like more as if they were actors. And so it's very like humbling and very like good to be aware, I think. Oh, 100%. I'm always trying, Sharon, to stay on top of my reading journal, like all the time. I finally sat down and like went through it all because I struggle so hard. You add it to your weekly and daily to-do list. Yeah, I think that is so smart. I think I'm going to add it into my app. Okay, let's see if I got any more of the books on my 26 books in 2026. No, 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 no. No, unfortunately. But now we can do my genre tracker. So the first book was Release Me, which would be a fantasy, I guess. We'll count it as fantasy. They have a lot of magical powers, that's why I say that. Happy Place is a romance. Oh no, I'm gonna be out of romance. And then Say You'll Remember, no, People Being on Vacation, romance. And then I should have another, sorry, romance, but I'm out, so I'm gonna have to get some more. So I will add that later. Bread and Circuses is an apt description. Oh, okay. Okay, I have to add some more books in here. So I've been forgetting to battle Thursday Murder Club and Cassandra in Reverse, and Thursday Murder Club for me wins, which means and then here, Dungeon Crawler Carl wins over the House Fire. That one was a really hard choice for me to make, by the way. Very hard. And then between Cassandra in Reverse and Dungeon Crawler Carl, it is Dungeon Crawler Carl. And then between these two, again, Dungeon Crawler Carl. Honestly, guys, love this book so much. That is that. And then July's book is going to be People We Meet on Vacation. I am not going to fill up my reading mosaic, but I just posted a video yesterday about me filling this all in, so I'm all up to date. And then we need to put in my favorite book for July is definitely going to be People We Meet on Vacation. And that one is this one. I gave that one 5 stars. So have we convinced you girls at all to read Dungeon Crawl Carl? Would you give it a chance? Have we swayed you at all? Let's see here. I did not read The Measure, so I need to read that one in order to fill this one out. So next month is Our Perfect Storm and Lessons in Chemistry. Storykeeper and Where Did You Go, Bernadette is September. Fantasy. Where did my thing go? Let's fill this in. For Release Me, let's see. No. Part of a series, maybe? Yeah, because there's not really anything else, I would say, for that one. So I'm going to put it there. And then romance, we have Happy Place. It has a pink cover. People meet on vacation. Maybe like a destination romance because they're always traveling and that's kind of how they fell in love. Or it could be, yeah, I might put that one. And then Say You'll Remember Me. I don't know. I don't think I would put any of these on there. Maybe classic romance? I don't know. Doesn't really seem like it. Okay, I might leave that one. Sorry, just like staring at it. Have a wonderful night, Sabrina. Thanks for coming in. Okay, Alex, for the audio, am I correct in saying that you can only get it at Audible because they have the exclusive rights to it? Because I think I read that somewhere. Yay, you'll read it. Yay, I'm excited. Okay, let me see here. This one, I read the next book in this series. And the third one isn't out yet, so it is caught up for the year. And that's all I read for those. And then I did have a DNF. Put it all the way up here. I saw that he was cast as Princess Donut, and I'm so excited. So if you don't know, there is a guy who plays the voice of Princess Donut in the audiobooks of Dungeon Crawler Carl, and people love him. They think he is fantastic. And I actually just saw an interview where he was saying how he got it by accident because they've been meaning to cast a female voice for Princess Donut, and they just kind of ran out of time. And then he said, "I'll give it a shot," and he was so good, and everybody loved him. And they just announced that he is now going to be the voice of Princess Donut for the TV show, which I cannot wait, cannot wait for. And the RPG game is coming out or is just out now. Very, very excited. I'm going to do the trope challenge off screen because I'm going to have to do a lot of reading. It's going to take a lot of time. And then I think that is good. Oh, I need to fill these in. Said I was going to fill this off camera. I'm not going to fill in my stats because I know I'm going to finish the book tomorrow. And I want to do it when that's all done. 3. And then People Meet on Vacations 5. This is one of my books on my summer TBR. I am very slowly getting through it. I just picked up on Libby the second book of the what's the book called? On Wings of Blood. I picked up the second book on audiobook. So as soon as I get this one done that I'm currently listening to, which is Beach Read, I'm going to read that one. And that will be another book off of my summer TBR. Does anybody have any books on their TBR for August that you're hoping to get to? For me, it is to finish the second book of Dungeon Crawler Carl, for sure. It is our 2 book club books, and to get caught up by listening to The Measure, for sure, just so I can stay on top of our book club books. Don't read the third. Don't read the third what? Sorry, I might have missed it at the wrong time. Ballad of Fallen Dragons. Oh, I haven't heard of that one. Okay, so I've finished. Oh, don't read the third book on Wings of Blood. Is it really bad? Oh, man. I finished Release Me. I'm going to be listening to The Bonds That Burn. I really want to read The Wicked Sea yet. And Gilded Blade, I think, is just out now. I finished The Toll, and I finished People With Me on Vacation. Oh, that's so sad, Alex. I was so excited about this series. I'm probably still going to listen to it anyways. Maybe I'll DNF it if I really don't like it. And then these 2 I have to physically read too. So I got a lot to do in August. So we'll see how we do. Because that's a lot of books for me. Especially because like I usually only do like 2 physical books a month. And I'm going to do a lot more. Okay, so let's go through what we did today. We have my July reads page, my July stats. We have the page for Release Me and Happy Place, and the page for People We Meet on Vacation, and Say You'll Remember Me. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for coming. So if you didn't catch it, next month, our book club book is Our Perfect Storm. And then our optional second book is Lessons in Chemistry. Now the date for the book club is going to be slightly different. We always do the last Wednesday of the month. However, I am on a big road trip at the end of the month, and I am leaving the Thursday. So the Wednesday is not going to work for me because I'm going to be packing and getting all ready. So we are going to move it to Monday. The 24th of August is a Monday. Because I just had to remove it because of our trip. But yeah, so Our Perfect Storm, and then Lessons in Chemistry for August. And I'm very, very, very excited. And then if you guys stay tuned, next week, Friday, we'll come out with the new October to December book club kits and book journaling kits, as well as dashboards, and of course, more releases. Yay! I'm so glad it works for people. That's great. And yeah, I'll post it in the book club app. So if you guys are on there, I will be putting it on there as well. Thank you guys so much for coming with me, and I'll see you guys next month. Bye, everybody. See you.